Hi there, my name is Felix Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And it's another day, and it's another Star Wars video. Really? What's going on? Okay, it's another Star Wars video where I'm going, what's wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? And, you know, the answer to what is wrong with these people is A, they're stupid, and B, they live in a world with zero consequences whatsoever, zero personal consequences for their extreme and ongoing failure. So what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about the news I got this morning, revealed in Variety, that Star Wars is developing a female-centric Star Wars TV series for Disney Plus. Nothing makes me not want to buy Disney Plus more than hearing that news. Now, why? Why would I be so against a female-centric Star Wars series? Well, yeah, that's a pretty darn cool question. But before I answer it, can I ask you guys, can you hit that subscribe button? I know I ask you that like literally every video. Can you hit the subscribe button, the share button, the like button? Like buttons are good as well. That'd be double those. And if at any point in the past you have hit the subscribe button before, can you make sure you're still subscribed? I'm very excited that my channel has grown to the dizzying heights that I'm having my subscribers unsubscribed. You know, so 3 people told me last week, and somebody else told me yesterday. Okay, so just make sure you're unsubscribed, and make sure that little bell is clicked for so you're notified when new videos drop. If indeed that is what you want, but I think listen. The problem with being me, one of the many problems with being me is I think I'm brilliant. I do. And I think, why would anybody not want to hear anything I want to say or want to miss one? So I just assume I'm helping you out by telling you to click the little button, the little bell icon. Fine. And I actually want to show you my genuine, and I'll say a little bit pathetic appreciation. I give stuff away each week on this channel. Go check the video notes. It's going to give you instructions on how to win it. I'm going to explain it around. Also in the video notes, there's a Doctor Who audio story you can download. But the thing I'm giving away this week, I really like. It's, I like him every week. It's Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. The first of the Lord of the Rings movies. Fantastic DVD set. 2 discs of extras. And you get the extended edition. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It's breaking my heart to give it away, but I have it on Blu-ray, so it's just silly to keep hold of it. So yeah, so all you need to do to win it. That's kind of an important thing I need to tell you. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and then leave the hashtag #TreeBid. Hashtag #TreeBid. I'm going to be doing the giveaway, I think, on Sunday the 26th when I am on the TARDIS Zone. Right. Okay. So we're talking about Star Wars, and we're going, what the hell? What? How? So they're doing a female-centric Star Wars series, and so what would be my problem with that? Why would I be opposed to a female-centric Star Wars series? Well, it's because after lengthy experimentation and data, we now have that Star Wars, if it's not made for 8-year-old boys, then it sucks. The Mandalorian, made for 8-year-old boys, and it was freaking awesome. And it did actually a terrible thing. It gave us all hope. It gave us hope that this era of insanity is coming to an end. And it is coming to an end. But if you live in an environment where you have zero consequences for your actions, and you're a bit stupid, it's going to take a while to get to you. I don't know who's going to get the message first, the BBC or with Doctor Who or Lucasfilm with Star Wars. I don't know. I don't think either of them are ever going to get the message unless they implode completely and they just become completely unviable. Which both these properties are really, really well on the way to doing. So you would have thought by the way, you would have thought that's a stupid enough idea. But it actually gets a bit stupider than that. So this is the second female-centric Star Wars. Well, no, it's not the second. It's the third female-centric Star Wars project that Lucasfilm have done, and the first one being the sequel trilogy, which was an utter disaster. I think most of us were really enthused by the Force Awakens, but then Last Jedi was diabolical. And Rey, instead of fleshing around and being a real character, became a Mary Sue. It was boring as hell. It was tedious. And I think it's fair to call it an absolute disaster, which was actually the reason that my the title of my video yesterday was is it okay to call Lucas Disney Star Wars a disaster yet? The toy sales have created not of the sequel trilogy. So the first thing that made us think, oh my god, they really have no clue. They really have no clue. Is when they announced this new thing called the High Republic. The High Republic is set a couple hundred years before Star Wars, and it's the Jedi's at their height. So that sounds fun until you see the Jedi's they chose. Let's have a look at them. They have who's it? We call this Jedi Karen. Jedi Karen from HR. Jedi Karen does not look like she goes on delightful space adventures. Jedi Karen looks like she's a pain in the ass. Jedi Karen looks like rather than go on your delightful space adventures, you have to fill out your expense reports and justify it to her. And she's pissed off if you haven't ever put in all your receipts. Look at that face. And apparently, amazingly, what's her name? Is Ava Chris. She's the best of the best. She's the bestest ever. Yay! And so the other Jedi's in this will be. This one's going to shock you. Yes. It's a. If this character isn't a lesbian, I will be very, very, very surprised. I really will. So yeah, she's got that what's the word we're looking for? The obligatory lesbian haircut that they have to put on every dark-skinned woman in fantasy. Every dark-skinned woman has to be a lesbian. It's the weirdest thing. And if you're a dark-skinned man, you've got to be like a complete wimp. It's like literally everyone. So yeah. So and then but the star of the star of the High Republic is this person here. Yes, and this is who they want their audience to be. Like a young girl. This is what they want. They want Star Wars to be a female brand. And I gotta tell you, idiots! It's never, ever, ever gonna be a female brand. It's never gonna happen. You know why? Because if girls like Star Wars, they like Star Wars. They like Star Wars as Star Wars used to be. Star Wars works best when you make it for 8-year-old boys. And girls like that too. But girls who didn't like it won't like this new feminized Star Wars because they don't like Star Wars. You can feminize it as much as you like. They want to watch My Little Pony. They want to watch Barbie. Okay, High School Musical. My 2-year-old daughter has just been plowing through Disney Plus, and she's having so much fun watching all the old Disney shows which were made for girls. And it turns out that the real insane thing is Disney bought Marvel and they bought Star Wars because they saw them as being masculine brands. And they saw they had a real lack of masculine brands. So that was the rationale, but behind purchasing them, but behind the acquisition. So what they do as soon as they acquire them, they turn them both, and then Star Wars much more so, into a female brand. The reason I'm turning the female brand, because it's still very clearly run by Kathleen Kennedy, who is a moron who has zero consequences for her moronic actions. So what did she do this time? This is freaking incredible. So they hired a showrunner for it. What's her name? Leslie Headley, I think. Leslie Headley. Let me think. Let's get looking up her name right now. Yeah, no, Leslie Headland. Leslie Headland. So, my first glance around, I saw that she worked on Russian Doll, which was on Netflix, which I actually pretty liked. So that actually filled me with enthusiasm. And then I saw that she was then I saw this video clip of her, which changed my opinion quite significantly. So yeah, I want to watch it with you, and then I'll give you another little bit of revelation about who this person is at the end of the clip. So let me turn it on. Is it? Doink! There we go. Turn up the sound. Hopefully you guys can hear the sound. Do that. And in my normal fashion, I think we'll stop and comment on her. She's the person in the green coat with the microphone. So let's just hear her pearls of wisdom of what she has to say.
Just say that like I think white women need to kind of step up their game, to be quite honest. Like
What?
sorry, but I'm calling you bitches out. Like
Okay. So, I say, so, can you imagine? Can you imagine if on my channel I said, white women, they really need to step it up. I want to call those bitches out. Could you imagine what would happen if I said that? Oh my God. And I thought, quite frankly, I would never say that because it's very rude, very, very rude and very, very stupid. But I'm gonna give you a bit of spoiler alert into her personality now. Leslie Headlamp is gay, and I don't know if she was always gay, but she was certainly gay by the time she left her first job. Her first job was being personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein. Yes, Harvey Weinstein. And so what we're seeing here is Hollywood play out its significant issues on film using our beloved franchises to do it. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So she worked for a terrible, abusive rapist. It turned out to be, and the reason she worked for a terrible, abusive rapist who was extremely powerful and in the profession is because being a terrible, abusive rapist, probably a racist as well, it isn't something that's looked down on in the entertainment industry. At least it was like, everyone was really shocked with the Harvey Weinstein stuff came out. But everybody knew that was going on. Everybody knew there was a casting couch. Everybody's known that forever. This is not a surprise to me. So I can understand, a young woman working for an abusive rapist getting a negative view of men and Western society. But, that's just your little pocket of the universe. Most people don't act like Harvey Weinstein. Most people don't act like idiots like you who say white women need to step it up. And honestly, Leslie, you're his assistant. You're assistant for a year. I find it hard to believe that you were unaware of his abuses going on, and also the many, many, many other abuses going on every day in Hollywood. Like people like Meryl Streep, who are really, really friendly with Weinstein. They like to get up to a podium and they like to wag a finger and moralize. But they all knew what was going on. We knew what was going on. They must have known what's going on. So don't moralize to me. So yeah, so we have somebody with a worldview that has been deeply corrupted by a terrible person who was spawned by a terrible and immoral industry, and now they're fighting this because they can't accept that it's their industry and their little pocket of the universe that's wrong. They have to say, no, it's everybody. It's the entire universe, and it's because of the patriarchy, and we're going to fight it, and we're going to smash it. No, what you're going to do is you're going to make a shit TV show that nobody is going to want to see. And that's just the bottom line. But yeah, rather than me put words in your mouth, let's hear what else she has to say. Fine. So yeah, so I think she's probably talking about herself. That she probably saw many people being abused, and she did nothing about it because she didn't want to lose her job or her career. She is the white women who need to step it up in her mind, I think.
you really do, because there's like couldn't agree more with everything that these brilliant women are saying. But like I'm also seeing the silent killer, which is a lot of white women at the top who are kind of reinforcing a lot of old ideas.
You mean like you? You mean like Meryl Streep? You mean like Kathleen Kennedy? You mean like all of you? Yeah, you. So you caused the problem, and you in your infinite wisdom are going to try and fix the problem. Oh.
I think a lot of it, to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll just speak from my own personal experience. It's just like,
I'm intrigued to hear you speak from personal experience. So yeah, what were you doing when your boss was raping women so they could get like a bit part in the background as an extra to a shit movie?
like I wasn't sure how to be an ally. I wasn't sure what type. I got so caught up in like what kind of terminology I was supposed to be using and being politically correct, and so
Yeah. Okay, being politically correct is called virtue signaling. Virtue signaling is what you do when you don't have any virtue, whereas as nobody in Hollywood has. If you don't have any virtue, you virtue signal. So you have to be very, very careful about using the right terminology. So, but then she got a little bit miffed with that, I was about to hear.
as I started to rise in television, I started to just get more blunt and just start saying, like, I would like a Black writer. Because if I said diverse, you get, well, white is diverse, which is something somebody said to me. And I was like,
that she's so obsessed, that she's so was it outraged that somebody could say white people are people too. Oh my God, she's got upset that somebody say white people are people, white lives matter. No, not to her they don't, because they're not in the expressors stack. In the what's the word? What's the stack? The progressive stack. And honestly, darling, neither are you. I have to tell you, in the history of our species, I can't think of a more privileged group of people than white, college-educated women in Western society. White college, really, they're more privileged than anybody else I can possibly think of. And maybe if you're like a trans woman, that might be better, But other than that, but yeah, okay, but she is gay, so that does at least put a foot more on the progressive side. Let's see what more she's gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was like,
wow.
it's not cool, but to really, I reached out to my, the women that I respect who are not white, writers and directors, and I said, what should I say? What language should I use?
Your instinct, actually, Leslie, your instinct that this is was it Leslie? Leslie. How do you pronounce her name? Her name is spelled Leslye. Is that okay? Yeah, fine, whatever. I don't know, but I think the reason that you're so like racist is because you're a product of a very racist environment, and your racism is destroying our culture. But it's okay. You've been given the job as a showrunner on a Star Wars deserves to die. This is basically the bottom line. I think that is the headline for this video. Star Wars deserves to die.
And I think it's worth it if you're in a position of hiring power or green lighting power to like reach out to people that are not like you and say, what can I do to be an ally? And
okay, so when's the last time you reached out to a Trump voter? The people who make up the majority of the country. Just no. Is there any diversity in your office? Are you going to have diversity in your production of the Star Wars show? Is there going to be anybody who doesn't agree with your political worldview? Is there anybody in the office who's going to feel safe to say, I think open borders is a bad idea that damages the country? Is there anybody who can say that? No. Is there anybody who would say, I don't think Donald Trump's a rapist? A rapist? I don't think he's a rapist. I don't think he's a racist. Is there anybody who would say that? No, because you have zero diversity. All you care about is your little racist diversity.
And how can I support writers of color and LGBTQ and disabled writers? Like, what can I do? And
well, you could try hiring them, but here's what you should do. You could try hiring them on merit, not on their skin color, not on their ethnicity, not on their gender, not on their sexuality. Just hire them on merit. You see, this is what Star Trek did wrong. They said, oh, we got to hire women because you caught us, in the real world. You found out that we've been very abusive to women for about 100 years or so. You found out, so now we got to hire lots of women. I don't care. Any woman will do. We don't care if she has no love or liking or understanding of science fiction or stuff. We don't care. Just that's what. And you know what you got? You got crap. You got crap that is, I think, going to destroy CBS. God, I really hope it does. Then we'll never see this awful Kurtzman Star Trek again. But yeah, you get crap because try hiring them on merit.
What kind of vocabulary should I be using? Because
it doesn't matter. Okay, I will pay you to do this job. That's all you need to say.
Think it's just easier. I just see it in the room. Like, I just see them kind of go like, it's just easier. Like, the guy at the top's louder. It's harder to say, like, I think this should be a Black writer. I think this should be an Asian American actor. I think it should be this type of, like, I would like to cast, and, really, I find it a lot as well with, as a queer woman.
As a queer woman, I gotta get it. I actually think casting people not colorblind has merit in certain respects, but you've got to apply that across the board. Like if you're doing a historical drama where there wasn't people who had darker skin in here, then don't cast them, or don't make the drama. But equally, if you want to hire a dark skinned or an Asian or whatever for a character, that's fine. But you've got to accept there are differences. There are cultural differences between people with different ethnicities. There are, and it's fine. It's fine that there are. I think the basis of being anti-racist is saying I'm not going to hire based on that. Just an insane checklist. But you want to do something that's got like an Asian American. You want to do like a crazy rich Asian thing, you're probably going to want to hire Asians. But okay, you're a queer woman. So let's hear about you being a queer. Let's hear about your struggle. And darling, you didn't have to tell anybody you were gay. I mean, really, your gaydar is going off the roof right now.
Like with gay characters, whether they be gay men or gay women, where I'm saying like that's not a gay person. Like, sorry, like this is not a gay person. Like.
I don't think the type of activist that you the activism that you support doesn't really care about people if they're gay or not. I mean, we just saw this thing the other day when when there was a suggestion that two characters who were clearly heterosexual in Doctor Who were actually a gay couple. And so the activists who I'm sure you support, who you share an ideology with, they were like yeah, and it didn't matter that they weren't gay. Right? Exactly as you saying here, you want your character, if you're writing a gay character, you want them to appear gay. I understand that, but then again, if you have a character who was like in the 1980s and was heterosexual, as these characters in Doctor Who were, then you can't just go, oh, they're gay, because I understand that, but like you can't have it both ways, which is what you really want.
We're not representing that in this storyline. Like you basically want me to cast someone that you find attractive, straight white man, and that you think what.
Okay, so yes, he wants you to cast somebody who the straight white man finds attractive. You know why? Because straight white men make up the majority of your audience, and they pay you to make your movies and your TV shows. And if you don't make it to appeal to them, they won't be interested, and they won't pay you, and therefore you can't make it, idiot!
You think a lesbian looks like, and that can be very frustrating as well. So I think if we can get some of these people.
Oh dear, it's so frustrating for you. I'm so frustrating. We're going to talk about frustration in a minute.
I'm rambling. I'm going to stop talking.
Yes, you're rambling, and it's good that you stopped talking. So, yeah. Oh, God, it's so stupid. It's just so incredibly, painfully stupid what they're doing. But what do you expect? Okay, so, yeah, this is the showrunner for the Star Wars show. And clearly a person not focused on story, not focused on Star Wars, not focused on it. All she's focused on is agenda, and once again agenda. And just like every other time, you focus on agenda rather than the DNA of the thing that you're making. Then also, can you imagine if I make like a Wuthering Heights version with that was like totally pro-Trump? It's like, they don't really go together. Maybe just make something be the thing that the people want it to be, the audience want to be. But no, everything's made for your entitlement. That's really the bottom line. They keep talking about fan entitlement. This is pure, dripping, undiluted creator entitlement. And through your entitlement, you're going to destroy something that millions of people love, and you won't give a crap about it. But the bottom line, Star Wars deserves to die. Please let it die. And I'm sorry that The Mandalorian was good. I'm sorry that The Mandalorian gave me some hope. This is Star Wars today. Star Wars is agenda-driven nonsense that can't sell any freaking toys. Selling toys is what Star Wars was freaking based on. It was George Lucas's foresight to keep international marketing rights. That's why Star Wars exists, and you can't do the basic cornerstone thing that Star Wars does. You don't entertain people. You don't entertain. You've taken something that was extremely popular, and people are just have zero interest anymore. The only reason you had any interest pop up was because of Mandalorian, but you don't care about that again because you live in a universe with no consequence whatsoever. My name is Phila Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.